Hello. This video is about the misconceptions of Tuesday's module. The first one is null set. Just like any other set which is named by a letter A or any capital letter of English alphabet, null set is conventionally denoted by phi. And as a list form, the set is written like this. No? So in the list form, null set is written like this. Null set is a set having no element. Okay, here the cardinality is 0 because there is no element. Here the cardinality is 2. Phi is conventionally chosen to name null sets. It's the I suppose 21st alphabet of the Greek alphabets, and specially chosen for null set. Some of you were writing null set like this yesterday, means you were using both the notations and were mixing them up like this, or some of you were writing like this, maybe cardinality is 0, so you were writing it here. So 0 is the cardinality, you cannot write within the set. No? What is written inside the set? The elements of the set are written inside the set. If somewhere there are brackets, that means that is a set. If you'll write A equals AB, that won't be a set. Okay. So bracket should be there to represent any set. So for null set, you'll either use this or this, not this, not this. These are not null sets. Their cardinality is 1 because this contains a set. This contains an element, and this also contain one element. The element here is phi and the element here is 0. They are the elements now. They are no more null set. Got it? Power set. Power set, as per definition, power set is a set of all possible sets of all possible subsets of a given set. Suppose there is a set A. So its subsets are null set very first. So I either write this or this. You cannot write this. This automatically means null set because instead of the listing notation, you are using its name. Or you can use this also. Okay. So this is the one element. What are we writing? Power set of A. Power set of set A. So that is this first subset, second subset, third subset, fourth subset. Okay, so because the number of elements is 2, so you know the power set, the number of subsets in any set is actually 2 raised to power n, where n is the number of elements. So as A has the number of elements as 2, so it's 2 raised to power 2, that means 4. So number of subsets are 4. Power set is the set of all possible subsets. So I have written subsets, but power set is a set. So don't forget to put these curly brackets because power set is a set of subsets. Now these are the elements of, how many elements does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the elements of this set now. Okay, or you can write this set as this also. What are we doing? Just instead of this, we are using this. So null set either this or that. Okay. So these were the two misconceptions. Next, I gave you some general questions in the end. Means the simple questions to state whether they are true or false. Okay. So let's discuss them. In which the very first was, if X belongs to A belongs to B, then X belongs to B. Means if this is true, then is it true? So this question is as simple as any other true and false question. Okay, so they're just playing with you with these notations of sets, belongs to, subsets and all. So let's prove it. Okay, means find out whether it is true or false. To start with, we have to develop these sets so that these conditions are met. Then we'll see whether this is reached or not. Okay, so X belongs to A. It can be written in many ways. I'm choosing the simplest one. If X belongs to A, that means X is an element of A. So this is there. Okay. Then it's A belongs to B. That means A is an element of B. So there is a set B and A is this full. This is an element of B. Okay. That means as B is a set, so bracket begin, and as this is an element, so you must write it like this. Okay, and it may have any other element P or many more like, but it's just reaching these two situations. So this is X belonging to A and this is A belonging to B. Now see, is X belongs to B? Is X an element of B? No. This is a set with cardinality 2. One element is this and the second one is this. X doesn't belong to this. So you may refer this as false, and explanation is here as X does not belong to or is not an element of B. Therefore, statement is false. Okay. If instead of this the question would be, if X belongs to A and A is a subset of B, then would it be correct? Okay, let's see that. Then this is your first situation. How would you write? Then this is A equals to X, Y, Z. Okay. Now, how will this be? What will be your B? This side we are discussing actually X belongs to A and A is a subset of B. Okay. Now, A should be a subset of B. That means B should be a bigger set. You may say this. No? In first it said this should be an element. So it can be element like this only. Now A should be a subset. So now yes, this would be one of the subset of this. No? It will have 2 raised to power 4. That means 16 subsets and this is gonna be one of them. So this is meeting this condition. So now then is X belongs to B? Yes, X belongs to B. In such a case, this would be true. So this is how you just have to play around with the general notations of sets. Okay, we'll discuss one more example. There were 6, then you will be ready to do your work. So here I've written the one more example which states that if these two conditions are met, then will it be true or false? That means if A is a subset of B and X doesn't belong to B, then will that mean that X doesn't belong to A? It's quite simple to see now. A is a subset of B, so we need to generate two sets such that A is a subset of B. Let A equals to 1 and 2. Okay, and A is a subset of B, that means B is a bigger set containing all the elements of A also. Okay, so now A is a subset of B. B has many subsets and this is one of them. Okay, so I've met this condition. Now X does not belong to B. So let your X is 4. Okay, so we met this. X doesn't belong to B. Okay, now will this mean that X will not belong to A? It's for sure. Why? Because as A is a subset of B, that means all the elements of A are in B also. Only that ways it will be a subset. No? So if anything is not belonging to B, how can it belong to A? So that means this statement is true. Okay. So we let X equals to 4. Then here you can sum up your things in sentences, or you can do it mathematically also. No? X equals to 4 doesn't belong to B, and so not even to A. This was quite obvious thing. So just like these two, there were 6 sums, and actually have to proceed like this. You just have to play around the vocabulary of this so that it's basically an exercise to visualize the belongs to, subset, and actually to internalize the concept. Okay, so that's all for this video. Please tell me if you have any other query. Thank you.